Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. So it is May, what is today? I think it's the 16th, 2026, and we have our beautiful tomato seedlings here. So in this video here, I'm going to be giving some tips for transplanting these, and then we're actually going to be getting some transplanted out into the ground. So what we did with these are growing in soil blocks here, which they grew together here on me. I was going to pull one out and show you what a soil block looks like here. They're all stuck together. But these here are growing in soil blocks. So what we did prior to transplanting is we went ahead and we watered the tray. We left it soaked for a little bit to make sure that these soil blocks are nice and moist. If you're growing yours in 4-packs or in your little round containers, you can go ahead and make sure that they're nice and watered before you plant them. So what that does is when you transplant them, this is already nice and moist, and you do still have to water them after you transplant them, but you're not putting a dry soil block or a dry plant into your ground. It's nice and moist. It has all of its hydration that it needs. So as for plant foods, there are a few different options that you can pick from. Well, actually, there are quite a bit of different options that you can pick from. If you want to go organically, you can use Epsoma Tomato Tone, Job's Tomato Food. Gardens Alive has one. We haven't used that for years. It's pretty pricey, but we used it before in previous years. You can also use the Epsoma Garden Tone if you would choose to. You can mix some Epsom salts in the holes when you mix your soil together. You can also add sugar if you would choose to. You can put some sugar in the holes. That'll give you nice sweet tomatoes. So, this here is another option here. This is the Expert Gardener Organics Vegetable and Tomato Food. This is what we are going to be using in some of our tomato holes here. We have a little bit of food left of this, so we're going to finish this off here, and then we're going to be switching to a different plant food. So this has a 3, 5, 6 number on it for the food. So the 3 is the nitrogen, the 5 is the phosphorus, and the 6 is the potash. So the middle number is the one that helps with your phosphorus, is what helps for your plants to bloom so that they produce the fruit. And it also helps for strong root development. So if you have a really high first number, that's going to put more into lush dark green growth, but it's not going to do as much for your fruiting. If you have really lush dark green tomato plants, but you don't have any fruit coming on them, go ahead and check your NPK ratio on your plant food, and make sure that you don't have a really high nitrogen number in the front. You do want to check your soil pH for where you're going to be putting them at. And tomatoes also do like your compost, and they also do benefit from aged manure. So those are a few different options that you could use and put in your plant holes. If you choose not to, that is your choice. So we're getting the holes here dug for the tomato plants, and you want to dig these deep and wide because we bury our tomato plants down deeper because they will put roots out on their stems. Oops. Aged compost and manure, and we will get this all mixed in together here. There we go. So this is the scoop that we use for our blood meal and bone meal mixture, and you can see about how full it is.
When you put all that in.
About how much we put in a hole, and we still have more left then. And for the plant food,
Standing in my own shadow.
about a quarter handful of plant food there that gets put in, and then that all gets mixed together there. We ran out of our other stuff, so we had to switch plant foods there. And we're getting our Epsom salts here. And we just sprinkle some of that in.
It's magnesium, so.
And then it'll all get mixed together with everything. Okay, so the food and the Epsom salt is all mixed in here. And we did add a little bit of blood meal and bone meal and with it on top of our other food. So we're just getting this all nice and mixed in together here so that we don't burn the roots of our plants. Here we go. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm pulling some ground from the hole that I dug out, and I'm putting it in with what the food and the manure that was put in, and we're mixing it all together here. And those little pieces of green that you see in there, that's winter wheat, and as that decomposes, that will feed nitrogen for the plants. So I'm digging a little bit of this back out here for the tomato plant to go in, and then when we plant our tomato plants, we adjust it as needed for the height of the tomato plants to make sure that we get them down deep enough. So we have a lot more to get done here, and we're not going to get it all done today. So I'll be coming back tomorrow with more in this video. So the posts are in place for the fence, and we still have to get the fabric down. Okay, so we have our fabric down, and I'll have another video for how we put our fabric down. That's kind of hard to show in a video because it takes more than one person to do that. So we dug our hole out. We're getting our tomato put in here. Any leaves that would be touching the soil or touching this landscaper's fabric here gets taken off. So we're filling this back in around here. Go ahead and take this one here off. Yep. And we will discard those leaves. What happens is when your leaves touch the soil, it helps to cause blights and diseases. So we want our tomatoes to grow nice and healthy. So we're doing everything that we can to make sure that we don't have any issues. Go ahead and take that one there off too, please. Yep. That way then there's nothing close to the ground. So after this is watered, your ground will settle some. We will be getting these watered later. We do have more to put in, so I'm going to get back to planting here. And now you can see this one here is getting ready to bloom here. This is a Mr. Stripey, which is an heirloom variety. We've grown that one for many, many years. Okay, so the tomatoes are in here, and we're just giving them a nice gentle thing of water here. It did start raining, but we are still watering them here. Let that soak down. And you can see here some of the soil, some of the soil came away from the stem there, so we're just firming this back around. Sometimes your soil shrinks when you water it. So I have a lot of videos on my channel for growing tomatoes. So I'll put some links at the end of this video. And we are trying something new, which I'll talk about this more in another video here. We're trying a different type of netting so we don't have to keep using the fences. But I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. They said online that it would, but I'm not sure. So, don't know about this yet. So I hope that you found this video helpful. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button. I'll tell you as I put a new video on. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.